What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Higgs Fishing. So we have been filming like crazy this weekend. Mainly it's because I don't think our weather people here. We have four news stations in Atlanta, and I don't think any of them got their weather right this weekend. So I went ahead and did a real quick DIY video of my battery box so we could finish up that series because we weren't supposed to get any sunlight. We did end up getting sunlight. We went to the lake to test out the Bigsby for you guys. And then my buddy called me to let me know he was done with his Perception kayak. So today I'm pretty excited. I want to introduce you guys to Andrew Wildman Reed, the man, the myth, the legend. Today we're going to do a full walkthrough of his Perception Outlaw 11.5. Pretty excited about it. This is one of my favorite under $1,000 kayaks that you can get into because the riggability on this thing is a beast. So let's get higgy with it. What's up, guys? Welcome back. So, pretty excited. We're going to do a full walkthrough of Wildman's Perception Outlaw 11.5. One of the things about this kayak, another video that we've filmed and we're going to have to refilm because we had some lighting issues, is our top 10 under $1,000. And me and another buddy of mine, the guy I've told everybody about, who's a Hobie guy, he's been doing this forever, we did the top 10 under 1,000 in order to help people kind of get into it. At the end of the video, we intentionally pick our favorite one under $1,000. 2022 under $1,000. I've told you before the Sea Ghost was under 1,000 when I bought it. It's not now. Blah blah blah. We've already kind of been through that, right? This is my pick for if I was buying a kayak right now and I bought it from the store under $1,000. I would buy the Perception Outlaw 11.5. And I'm gonna let Wildman be the one to show you why.
Yeah, right. I think this color is $850 right now.
This color's $850.
I think maybe $840.
All right, so let's get into it. Actually, and I'll let you go ahead and talk about that, the color, because it's not a color that you can get from the shop, right?
Well, last time I went on Perception's website, they didn't have it listed, but they may now. I'm not sure. Hasn't been on there in a while, but it is available on Amazon. It's either $840 or $850, somewhere in that price tag. So it's affordable. It truly is affordable. And if you search enough like old Darren here, you'll find one just like this for half the price from a liquidation company.
Yeah.
I got lucky.
So that kind of goes back to the thing we talk about a lot with money, right? So his, and I guess we start at the bow anyway, right?
Yep.
He has been looking for one for a long time, and I looked on Facebook Marketplace multiple times. And if you guys want to get one, you can always get one over 1,000, right, from Facebook Marketplace. I found one from a liquidation company for $400, and you can show them why.
Yep. So right here where you see my sticker, there's a bubble where it didn't release from the mold properly, and that's why it was $400 went to the liquidation company. But to start this thing off, you can grab it like this. There's a handle. You can grab it like this. There's actually a lip for your fingers to cup in down here. So it's an integrated handle up at front. I've added cleats. I don't use them much, so they're still a little stiff because it's never actually been on the water yet. Obviously, you got a paddle park here. I added a hatch here, and unfortunate part, very little companies have hatches for this thing. Perception made it where it takes what they call a 5-inch hatch, and you'll see that farther back in here. Up here you have a scupper hole that goes straight to a spot where you can do your transducer. You do need to either manufacture your own mount for it, or Perception sells one that just bolts on, and then you'll have to mount your transducer. From there, I have yak power in here, just the wiring. It's DIY wiring. It's actually the same box Darren shows you in another video that I have on here. I put the Hummingbird 5 on here using the RAM mount. Perception has these, which I can show you over here. They're called the Solo mount. You can get them in 1 inch and 1.5 inch. They're threaded plugs. You got 3 of them, one on either side, one in the center. I'm planning on using this for a phone mount here. I added a stand-up leash because I'm fat and I don't bend well. And here's the great example of why they have the 5 inch. They've purposely made the hole so the 5 inch fits in here quite well. I mean, it comes with your dry bag and everything. And I got all my wiring run in the hole for all my power. And you're gonna get oh well. So then I have bought the yak gear sack. Yeah, yak sack is what they call it. It's got 2 pouches in the front, 2 pouches in the back. The center has got more storage in it. I just mounted it to where my seat goes. Got my pliers actually leashed to it so I don't lose them. Like everybody else, I've got an Omega, Yak Attack Omega on the rail. I've positioned it pretty well. It's not in my paddle area. That is one of the downfalls of this, is you have 2 tracks, one on this side, one on this side, and where your seat is, it's right in your paddle zone. It truly is. But this kayak was designed for a trolling motor, and we'll get into that in a minute. So I've got my catch board just slid in here for now. Shout out to Tourney Tag for their LSU Tourney Tag bump board sticker. Yeah, that's right, LSU baby.
Go Gators.
Yeah, nobody likes skaters. Like Darren, I have, and then mine's just manual. But the seat is a high position seat. So far I've been pretty comfortable in it, just sitting around the house. But DIY stuff. I've done a little bit of DIY stuff on this thing, like putting the cleats on. And I've got this box here and a box over here. This box here, I've added magnets to it so that when I'm just cutting off lures, instead of trying to throw it back in my tackle box, I just throw it down in this tray and it's going to stay in the tray. And there's the kind of magnets I got. I got them 97 cents for 18 of these at Walmart. I got to get a little super glue and stick it on there because it doesn't like to stick that well, especially with the temperature fluctuations that we've been having. And then on this side, I made a spot for my anchor. And I've seen some videos online taking a zip tie, putting it here, and you're actually tied off to the bottom so that you can pop, and actually if it gets stuck, you can undo your anchor by yourself and not lose your anchor. And then obviously on the side over there, I've got the trolley, anchor trolley line. And my wife actually had to help me put that in because I'm too fat to get in the holes. Yeah. It's tight. And then on either side of the seat, you have your tackle trays. The Perception company actually has saddlebags that you can buy for this that strap to the little pegs that you see on the side. And they'll hold 2 3600 series planos. But what I discovered just playing around is I've actually got 2 37s over there, a 37 and a 36 over here. Without the saddlebag, a 37 fits and actually has a little bit of extra room. So I'm going to run without saddlebags because I really don't feel like spending $70 on each one. It's a little, DIY. I don't want to spend money. Darren talked me into the Perception cooler.
It's a nice cooler you got there.
Yeah, I'm thinking about buying the rod holders that go in this thing, simply so that I can put my net right here, easier to get a hold of. I don't really need to run the two, but it comes with two for 25 bucks. Why not? Like Darren, I do have power up under the seat. It's just the USB and the voltage reader, and I've got his battery box mounted up under the seat.
Let's see if we can get in there. Yeah. There's the battery box and the power.
Yep.
Perfect spot on this kayak.
Yeah,
Hidden, out of the way, waterproof.
exactly. Because with the being 5-inch, you can't really get a big enough box to have a battery in a box inside the hole. I have seen people put an 8-inch up front, and that's where they're putting their battery. But I didn't want to do that. It comes with here what they call the double barrel rod holders, and it does have a leash that you can easily put over your fishing rods to hold them in. It's got one on each side, so straight from the factory floor it'll hold 4 rods. The next thing that I've got, that's my spinner bait box, is my Flambeau Box. I know Darren talked about this thing a little bit in one video. I got the big crate. I got all my soft plastics that I could ever need, and then some, in the top. And then it opens up, and I got all my crappy gear in here. I'm not like Darren. I'm not minimalist. I can take all my crap with me.
One of the things I will say, everybody, that I learned since we did the very first video on tackle storage is this is the largest box you can buy.
Is it?
Unless I may be mistaken, but everything I've looked at,
Gadget one,
that's
the extra large one.
it may be close, but everything
Well,
I
mean,
looked at,
it's going to be very limited on the number of kayaks that you have enough room for that large one back here.
yeah.
So,
But everything I looked at up until now, when it comes to a square box you can close, the Flambeau, if you need the extra space, this is the way to go.
so I've got the third hatch in the back, and that actually goes into the trolling motor area. So they've got this nice cutout area that I've seen a lot of people use cutting boards from the dollar store to make a mount. They put one on top, one on bottom, and it bolt through the hole and all that good fun stuff, and they mount just a big trolling motor back here. I've seen one video where a guy has a Bixby mounted right here. So it's one of the things I'm looking at is maybe putting a Bixby on here. I'm going to play with Darren's first. But with the Flambeau crate, you've got the rod holders. It comes with 2, and then if you go to Tackle Warehouse, it's where you can get them. The only place that I've been able to find them in stock is you can buy 2 more of these to put on the other side, so you can hold 4 on your crate. And then I've got 2 more cleats back here. It's kind of the way I have to run. Main reason for that is because I have a short bed truck with a toolbox, because I need my toolbox to have all my gear in it. Not fishing gear, work and play. So I have places that I can hook up and strap to the truck. And then I went to Academy, and they had the 360 light, but it was 2 dad blasted short, so I had to DIY with some 3/4 inch conduit. So I threw some pool noodles on it so it floated like the Visi carb and all that. You know the Visi carb that floats?
I don't remember one of them does. Well, this is another good example. If you're a DIYer, like, I hope you're getting a lot out of this. I am not the best DIYer. That's why another reason why I wanted to walk through his kayak.
Yeah. So I mean, really, with the 3/4 conduit, all I did is the Magellan version has these screws in it. I pulled the screws out, then unscrewed this. And it's got an Allen key in the top. I pulled it out, and then it's got a little plastic plug that sat down in the top of the Magellan. Pulled it out, hammered it into this, screwed it back in. So now I've got, I believe I cut this at 4 foot. And it's basically a Scotty mount here. So if I wasn't running this, I could actually hook a Scotty mount back here for something, for whatever I wanted to. But yeah, that's my kayak. Her name is Don't Panic. Ironic, because it's upside down.
One of my favorite boat names.
And I like stickers.
Alright guys, so there you have it. Like I said at the beginning of the video, for me, if I was new to kayak fishing and I was going to get one under $1,000, this would be mine. And if you guys haven't quite figured me out yet, this would be mine for multiple reasons. It's huge, it's like a skiff. That chair is amazing, because that chair, he kind of glossed over it, but I sat in that thing in the floor, and you're up at least 8 inches, maybe 12 inches off the deck. I mean, you're not sitting like I am in the Seaghost. You're in a regular chair, so you want to stand up, you can stand up. If you have a stand assist strap with this, it's substantially easy to stand up and stand and fish. Number one. Number 2, 7 inches? 7 inches. There we have it. It's measured by Catch. Sponsored by Catch. No, okay, we're not sponsored. That's one. 2, my favorite thing about it is, he showed you the transom in the back. You can get up to, what'd you say, a 5 horsepower?
I think it's 5. I don't know if they actually listed, but I think I've seen somebody put a 5 horsepower on it, but I'm not positive.
You can put it outboard, like a small Suzuki 5 horsepower outboard that you can buy at Bass Pro. You can actually fit it on this kayak. I mean,
just make sure you put your battery in the gas in the front and not line all the way. Otherwise, that's going to be a lot of weight back there.
Yeah, you got to counterbalance. This key. But you know, like I said, I mean, we found his at a, what was that store?
Some liquidation company about 5 minutes from freaking Tennessee.
Yeah, we found
just north of Fort Overford.
Found his for $400. But if you were going to buy one brand new, and that's what blows my mind, brand new. If you went to Dick's Sporting Goods right now or wherever, and you were going to get one brand new with the warranty, this is only $850. $850. I am pretty sure if it were me and this is my season 2022 to get into kayak fishing, I'm going to circle back and say this is the one I would buy, because I don't think Perception realizes how good of a product they have in this boat. So that's really all I got. Any closing comments on your boat?
Don't say it.
No closing comments?
No closing comments, but don't say it.
Let's get higgy with it, guys.
Oh, God, he said it.